various situations in your life, either you can use it to make yourself stronger and better, or you can sit and cry. This is the choice you have.
Ash Ketchum. The 10-year-old protagonist of the long-running Pokemon anime series has been a character that people all over the world have been following for over 20 years. And throughout the years, his goal has largely remained the same: to win the Pokemon League, become the greatest Pokemon Master, and claim the title of Champion. A goal that he was unable to accomplish for the majority of the series. Time and time again, Ash would go out to explore a new region, catch some new Pokemon, raise them well, and gain the necessary strength and skills to take on the Pokemon League. But somewhere near the end of his adventure, he would always be triumphed by someone more superior than him. This was a cycle that kept repeating over and over, to the point where fans of the show thought that Ash would never be able to succeed and accomplish his dream. His failures seemed inevitable, and success seemed to be impossible. A fairy tale that was too far out of reach. After each and every loss, the viewers would wonder if Ash really had what it takes to become champion. And in truth, every time he lost, he didn't. Success never comes simply out of desire. Success only comes to someone when they're capable of it. When Ash lost in the Indigo League, in every way, it was a clear sign of his shortcomings as a trainer. Though he had the necessary Pokemon to win the battle, he didn't have the necessary strength and competence to command his own Pokemon in battle. He didn't take the time to re-earn the respect from his Pokemon that he lost, and for that, he had to pay the price. In the Johto League, he re-earned the respect of his Pokemon, but had still lost as he wasn't prepared to battle the unexpected. In Hoenn, he still wasn't fully developed as a trainer, unsure of himself and his Pokemon, hesitating often, meaning that though the loss came to a lack of strength, in some way, he knew that he wasn't quite up to the mark. In Sinnoh, he entered the league in a way that he'd never entered before. He entered with strength, competence, experience, patience, and with passion for the battles he was participating in. He was almost like a different character altogether, and despite his loss in this tournament, there was a drastic difference in the way he handled everything about this league. From his composure, to the way he treated his Pokemon, to the way he handled the loss. It was clear that Ash was doing something that most people don't even bother to do. He was learning from his failures. Rather than succumbing to it, rather than being crushed by all the defeats from the past, Ash kept using failure as a stepping stone. Somewhere he realized that he didn't just fail, he failed for a reason, and that there's always something to gain in failure. Him succeeding would have meant that he had what it takes to become a champion, but each failure was assigned to him that he didn't. Had he not failed, had he won, let's say, the Johto League, he may have never gotten to become the amazing trainer that he became in future generations. Had he chosen to be crushed by his failures, he never would have continued to pursue his dream the way that he did. Yes, maybe he should have won in Sinnoh, but the fact is that he didn't. And what's important here is that if you look at the way he took the loss, he didn't let it discourage him, but rather, he again, even at his best, took it as a chance to grow and become even better, and continued to push forward. And when it finally came down to the Alola League, he had taken everything that he learned from his previous defeats and used it to help him win the Alola League and become Alola's very first Pokemon champion. I know many people would argue that he should have won in Sinnoh or Kalos, and that Alola Ash wasn't as up to the mark as those two versions of him. But I disagree. In Alola, Ash had one thing that he didn't really have in Sinnoh or Kalos, and that's playfulness, or simply just having fun. Yes, he definitely had the passion for battles, but it was only near the climax of the battles in those leagues where he put a smile on his face and looked like he was having fun. Whereas in the Alola League, all throughout the whole league, even in the final battles, constantly you could see him laughing or with a smile on his face. simply enjoying the battle for what it was. Enjoying the battle. What I'd say is one of the main reasons as to why he wanted to pursue his dream of becoming a Pokemon Master. But something that he didn't truly learn to do until he got to the Alola League. It took him failure after failure to get there, but with the lessons he's learned from his failures, he finally managed to succeed and claim the title of champion. If you look at them individually, Ash's failures are something that can be easy to criticize and very easy to call out on as an unfair circumstance, or even to claim his inadequacy as a trainer. But if you look at them sequentially, if you look at his journey as a whole, what the boy has done isn't something to be taken for granted. It didn't matter what kind of circumstance it was for him. It didn't matter who said what. He used everything as a challenge, not as an excuse to step back down. And to me, this is the significance of him being a champion. Not the team he had, not the trophy he won, not the title he earned, but that he was always willing to learn something from defeat and use that to better himself in every way possible. To me, Ash isn't just a Pokemon champion. To me, he's the boy that redefined failure, and his journey is something that we can all learn from, because we too don't have to succumb to defeat. If we're willing to strive, if we're willing to learn, if we're willing to grow, then there will be no such thing as failure for us. As for a committed person, there's no such thing as failure. Just lessons to be learnt on the way.
All the events of life, everything is beneficial. The boom is beneficial, the meltdown is even more beneficial actually. Success happens to you not because you desire it, because you earn it. Everybody desires it. It comes only if you're capable of it.